Okay, so when will the economy improve? So this was a question that was just asked to me by a student on my academy, that if the economy will improve, when will it improve? So I'm like, okay, again, I'm not doing some deep research in my bunker or something. Okay. Simply I ran the Prashna. And so here's the Prashna, the chart that you see. Okay. Which is of a Gemini ascendant. Now, when I look at the Prashna, the very first, and let me tell you, exactly 1 year, maybe 1 year, 1 month or 2 month, is when the economy will improve, is where all of you will be able to find jobs. You'll be able to feel like, okay, I'm contributing to the society, doing something. Now, of course, it's not like 100% of the people will find a great job. Even in the greatest economy, let's say 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, okay, there's people in the world that will struggle. I'm talking about the overall dimension of the working people. Okay, whatever the sentiment is right now, the economy is bad. So it'll be 1 year and 1 month. But let me show you. When I'm looking at the Prashna, my first eyes don't even go onto the chart first. You know what I do? I move on to the next screen, where I first pay attention to the Hora. Hora and Subh Hora, which is very important. So if you see here, Hora is Mercury, Subh Hora is Jupiter. So Mercury is becoming the foundation, the emperor of this Prashna chart, and Jupiter is becoming the minister. Okay, so we found that out. Those are the two things that I know now, Mercury and Jupiter. I go back. I see where is Mercury. I see Mercury in the 11th house. And Mercury is the ascendant lord. So in the 11th house, it clearly shows that yes, the economy will improve. Now you must also see the dispositor of Mercury, and this is very important. Dispositor of Mercury, which is Mars, because Mercury is in the sign of Aries, is debilitated in the second house. Now, most of you will think, oh my God, that's bad, this and that. Anytime you see 11th lord in the second house, whether it's debilitated, exalted, in the enemy sign, friendly sign, it is a powerful Dhan yoga. So it doesn't matter what the books are saying, doesn't matter what the, any kind of document is saying or article is saying. Well, I'm talking about when I've seen charts of people. Okay. 11th lord in the second house clearly is sign of a powerful Dhan yoga of money to come. So then naturally, not only Mercury, the Hora lord, is in the 11th of gains, profits, fulfillment of desires. And because it's Mercury, obviously it's going to be through communications, media, sales, information, data. There's another layer to it, which is very obvious actually. But then Jupiter is blessing the ascendant. Jupiter is also the 10th lord blessing the ascendant. Jupiter is the minister. If Mercury is the emperor, Jupiter is the minister. So Jupiter is saying, yes, I confirm this. Now, the second thing that I'm also looking at is the moon. Moon becomes the king. So Mercury is the emperor, Jupiter is the minister, moon is the king of this Prashna chart. Moon is in the 9th house in Aquarius and Sadvishak Nakshatra. Both the dispositor, the sign dispositor and Nakshatra dispositor is in the 10th. Moon itself is in the 9th house, which is now from the 8th house, it's in the 9th house. So look at the previous house. It's coming from the 8th house, meaning moon is signifying the Prashna that was asked, that moon is now slowly coming out of its dark times and going into the 9th house, or it is in the 9th house. But the previous house shows the stress of moon. And on top of that, both the dispositor are in the 10th house with Venus in Pisces. So now, the second thing that I will say, because moon is in Nakshatra, Satabhishak Nakshatra and Aquarius, we naturally see, which is very obvious, that moon is going to dominate AI, newish technology, okay, weird technology, weird science, including metaphysical science, metaphysics, or physics, or mathematics, all of that will be seen. And because moon is towards Rahu, there's confusion first. Right now, there's this confusion part. What is going on? What is going to happen in my life? But see, if you look at Saturn, what does Saturn represent in the Prashna that was asked? Because it's the quality of the question. It's about economy. Saturn represents the working people. Saturn represents the people who are serving the economy because Saturn represents the public. Saturn has already left the confusion of Rahu. Moon is still there. That means the mind of the public right now, their sentiment is, oh my God, there's so much confusion. There's no hope. People are creating sometimes these overwhelming stories in their head about something. Okay, but Moon is going to go over that and meet Saturn. And Saturn is moving towards Venus. That means Saturn is work, Saturn is the public, Venus is money. And its highest position of Pisces. And especially you will see Venus, Saturn, Rahu will bring back dominance of abstract knowledge, creative knowledge. Part of the profession of people will require them to be more creative, artistic. Okay? And obviously because Mars is trine from these planets, again, represents more of that technical work, technical sector. Okay. And especially because Mars and Venus are trine from each other, you will also see that eventually it'll also bring about growth in real estate, work in real estate related type fields, or anything related to land, growing things on land, rejuvenation, because Venus is rejuvenation, Sanjeevani Shakti. Meaning bringing something dead, which is dead, bringing back to life. So like housing market is in trouble. People can't afford homes. All that will be solved with this Venus and Mars trine because both are literally at exact degree. Both are literally at exact degree. And then, why exactly 1 year? Because the eye of Jupiter is in the second house. Jupiter is at 1 degree. Jupiter is moving towards its exalted position in the second house of Cancer. But let's say it's not even exalted position. Subh Hora Lord, second from itself, is the second house. So Jupiter is going to meet the second house next year. And then the Emperor, which is Mercury, is moving towards Sun. Sun naturally represents success. And you will see especially many people will begin to find their support and their empowerment by going to a faraway place, foreign places, going to foreign lands for their work and their economy. It doesn't mean that majority of people will think, oh, well, it's people in India going out abroad trying to find a job. No, it could be anything. It could be anything. Anyone in any country will begin to find more success outside of where they are. And outside does not really mean foreign lands. Foreign lands can simply mean going from one side of the country to the other, migrating from one side of the country to another. Because Ketu is also in the fourth house. So many people will have to leave that home place in order to find their success. And especially also see because the fourth house will represent your comfort and happiness. The comfort, you're going to have to leave your comfort. Okay? But when you leave your comfort, what is happening? Sun and Ketu are trine, causing Kirti Dhavaj Yoga. Meaning people begin to find their status up high. The status starts going up high. Because Ketu's flags, Sun represents a powerful, it's a powerful planet, represents powerful people. Sun is the number one significator of powerful people. So whether you see politicians that have flags on the car, whether you see celebrities or whatever you think is that importance begin to come in. Okay, so basically it's going to be next year things will improve with the economy. All right, thank you.